Good afternoon, welcome back to Alternative Smallholding. We are at the allotment. I've gotten out of the house and I just want to show you the greenhouse because we had a good hard frost last night, like having to scrape your windscreen kind of frost, and we had our sacrificial plants in the greenhouse. I'll show you how they've done. So we've just got here and everything is looking rather parched. To be honest, it does need a good drink. But this is our very frost tender cosmos and our very frost tender tomato. And they both look fantastic. In fact, our cleome, which are also frost tender, and our asters are looking amazing. Look at these. They're looking good, aren't they? So, my conclusion is that this greenhouse is keeping the temperature above freezing. I would like to be absolutely sure about that, but lost my thermometer. Don't know where it is. But I can tell by the plants that they are fine, and it went down, I think, to -3. I think definitely -2. But I think the car said -3, but still. So they're safe in there. The sunflowers haven't had any damage either, and nothing's had any damage, so that's great. So do you know what that means? That means as of tomorrow we are going to start bringing tomato plants over, because I am running out of space at home. I just don't have the space, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring over the varieties that, say, if I do lose a couple of them, it's not the end of the world. Something that I've got a lot of, or something that I'm not like, I don't need to grow it. It's just something that would be nice to grow, so it's something that I want to try out. So, and I've got spare seeds of them too, so that I can do them next year should I want to. So I'm going to bring those varieties over first. But what we're going to do today is I am going to do some more direct sowing, and I'm going to go around and show you some of the things that have been going on in the couple of weeks that we haven't been up here very often. So there are some seeds sprouting, there is a new bed that I did a few days ago, and just general bits and bobs. So I'm going to take you around with me and show you what we've been getting up to. Earlier today it was quite cool, and now I will say it is officially a bit warm. It's quite warm. What we've been doing here is we've got one full row of Aran pilots in, and then we've loosened up the earth to do the next trench here. Hopefully Beardy Dude is going to be on his way after work to come and do that. What else have I done? You've seen the strawberry bed, right? I showed you the strawberry bed. I've still not finished actually putting all the strawberries in it, but it is there. And then here, there is a new fruit bed. So what I've done, this end here, this is comfrey, and basically it comes most of the way over and takes over that end of the bed, and that's fine. The bees adore it and it makes great fertiliser. And in the middle here we didn't really have anything, so I've put in some raspberries that we brought back from the other plot, and these are the long cane ones that have the big fat plump fruits on. They have got a little bit of wilt, but that's okay. I'm going to water them again now. And then down here we've got 1, 2 little piddly extra rhubarb crowns, because this rhubarb isn't doing fantastically, to be honest. It has had a mulch of manure, but I don't know if that's going to affect how productive it can be this season. It probably would just be like next year it'll do better. But our big rhubarb plant is doing okay, and I took a kilogram off that the other day. Now the reason I'm planting so much rhubarb and more fruit is because I have officially been bitten by the home brew bug, and I bottled on, or racked off, my first batch of rhubarb wine the other day. Oh guys, if you haven't tried rhubarb wine, you need to try it. It is so beautiful. Help me. Oh my gosh. Someone's covered in mud. Done. Anyway, yes, so wine, rhubarb wine, absolutely absolutely amazing. I've also got a gooseberry and raspberry wine on the go, which is from last year's fruit. But I want to do lots more rhubarb wine. My rhubarb plant isn't big enough to cope with my demands, let's put it that way, and these other ones are small. So what I've done is I've planted a few extra crowns, and hopefully next year or the year after I will at least have a good supply of rhubarb. But for now, I know there's a guy like down the street who always puts his excess rhubarb out on a Saturday. So the broad beans are flowering. Aren't they beautiful? Look at those. My apple tree that I brought over here has its lovely pink blossom on. I think this is the most blossom that it's ever had, so hopefully it's going to be a good apple year. Last year was a great apple year, and usually at them alternate, don't you? So one year's a good year, one year's bad, but last year was great. I'm hoping this year will be too. As long as we don't get a really, really heavy late frost, they should be fine. This apple tree isn't blossoming just yet, and neither is this one. Oh no, it is. It's just about to start. The currants are starting to flower. And that is the red currant, and this may be a white currant. One of my plot neighbours has told me that the red currant, we definitely have at least one red currant, and she said it's called Red Lake, I think it was, and she said it's an early red currant variety, and to cover it, because the pigeons really like it. She says they don't touch the late one for some reason, but they really like the early variety called Red Lake. So I'm going to, part of me doesn't want to cover it, because I also think, you know, the birds need to eat, but I don't know. I'll cover it a bit, I think. After, I'll let them have some, and then I'll cover it, or I'll take everything I want and then I'll uncover it. But birds will definitely be getting some of our currants. See, the difference here is these are most definitely purple. So we definitely have 3 different types of flowers coming out. We have a red, a white, and a purple. So that would be red currant, black currant, and white currant. That will make some interesting wines. I had a lovely delivery today. I had 2 deliveries today actually. First one was from the Real Seed Company, and I got my Greek Gigantes beans. We've decided we're not going to grow runner beans as such this year. We've still got loads in the freezer. We eat a few fresh, and then we ended up just chucking them in the freezer and saying, oh, we'll have them over winter. We never really did. So we've got absolutely loads of them left. So they're like, some of them are 2 years old. So that shows how much we're not eating them. So we're not going to grow runner beans for runner beans as such. So Greek Gigantes are big butter bean type beans that we dry, or we will dry, and then use them for stews and curries, casseroles, and all the lovely things. But whilst they're still young pods, you can still use them as a runner bean. So we thought we get the best of both worlds with that. So we're going to be growing Greek Gigantes. And then I've got some Cocoa Sophie, which are a flat kind of French bean, which are really buttery and like a runner bean again, but they're a French bean, and their little white beans are lovely to save. We've got a new pea, I can't remember what it's called. Well, basically it's a 5 to 6 foot pea. It starts flowering early, and then it carries on flowering and producing right until the end of the season. So considering how many peas we get through, we never get any home, and they always run out really fast. So we thought that would be worth a shot. And then we've got a new cucumber called Tamara, which doesn't produce many seeds. It's very hard to collect seeds from, so it's quite rare, but very, very, very nice. Non-bitter, disease resistant, all that, very old variety. So 4 new things for us to try this year. I just keep buying seeds. I can't help it. I just need to buy all the seeds. Having fun?
Yeah.
Your friend's on her way, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah? Nina. And what are you going to do with Nina at the weekend?
Sleepover.
No, you're going to teach her how to garden, aren't you?
Yeah.
Speaking of seeds, I am very aware that I have not yet done the seeds to sow in April video. I promise it will be coming. I need it to be done for me, so I will be doing it anyway. I know it's late, but to be honest, a lot of the things that we can sow in April that are specific for April, such as your squashes and your beans, are more of a like late April thing anyway. So we're not too late, It's fine, I promise I will be doing the seeds to sow in April. Rue is being really helpful, aren't you, baby?
Yep.
And she is ripping up some small pieces of cardboard for our compost to add some carbon, because when I did the compost video, Monty, my family garden, you were right, I didn't add enough carbon in there. So we're doing a layer of ripped up cardboard now, and then I've got loads of veg scraps and I'm going to add onto it too. And then Beardy may be bringing over like a wheelbarrow full of chicken manure, which we really need to get out of the garden.
And a wheelbarrow full of food.
Wheelbarrow full of food. Monkey is very hungry, aren't you? She's very hungry. So we need to get some food soon. So yes, so I'm going to get the vegetable scraps and put them on. Yeah, I'm not going to show you that because it's not very nice. Yeah, there you go. Cardboard on there, adding carbon, compost heap thing. I've been hugged to death. Last week sometime, I think it was last weekend, there was an offer in one of our national newspapers, which I don't buy, but they had free seeds, and our newsagents, rather than put them in the newspaper, they just put them on the till and says free for anyone to take. So we did. Took 3 packets. But nobody was taking them. They were there for days and days, so, you know, so they would gone off or something. But anyway, free seeds. So they're salad packs, basically. So you've got beetroot, lettuce, cucumber, rocket, spring onion and tomato for free. And they're all decent seed packets as well. So I brought these up today, and I'm going to do a second sowing of my beetroot. And I want to have a look underneath here to see how the beetroot are doing so far. I think they're doing okay. I've just noticed this at the end. I'm not a happy bunny. Look, some mischief maker. Do you think fox or a rabbit?
Rabbit.
Or a rowan?
Not me.
Not you?
Not me.
Okay, so a fox or a rabbit or something has dug up some of my turnip plants. So we're going to sow our next row of beetroot. I'm going to take this up first, see if I can fit another row in here, and if not, I'm going to put them next to this cage. This beetroot under here was modular sown, if you remember, and then planted in little groups. So, how is it doing? Well, the ones down this end are doing really well, but here, they're not doing as well. It looks like they were munched a bit and then they're regrowing some leaves. Can you see here? So it looks like they had their main leaf growth munched off and now they're getting some new green ones. But further along, they're doing very, very nicely. And what I'm going to do is do another direct sowing next to them here. I'm not sure if I've got enough in this one packet, but I'll start off, do a few anyway. I'll be doing a lot of beetroot this year. I just never grow enough, and now we've got the space to, I will be growing all the beetroot, but I am going to grow all the things, aren't I? Grow all the things. It's definitely my motto for 2019. Just grow all the things. I'll be talking to you about all the new things that we're doing in the April seed to sow video, and I'll be sowing my loofah seeds. So if you're interested in us growing loofah, make sure you check out our April seeds to sow video, which will be coming up very soon. So what I've done here is I've hoed the surface of where the next direct sowing is going to go. So I've got enough width for the hoe to go down here, and then the next sowing will go here. So I always want to be able to hoe in between these rows. So they'll go here. Let's see how many seeds we've got in this one packet. That's okay for a free pack of seeds, isn't it? I am not going to complain about that at all. I'm going to sow them in little clusters of like 2 or 3. About good hand width apart. Oh, I've just spread some. And I've got some spare to direct sow back here where the ones didn't look too fantastic, so I'm just going to put a couple more seeds in around those. Right, so that's the beetroot done, and now I am going to go and water the carrots that me and Rue planted as part of our competition about 3 weeks ago now. When we sown these seeds, I asked you guys, who do you think is going to grow the best carrots, Rue or me? Well, 100% of you said Rue. I understand why, because I don't have the best record with carrots, but let's see, based on germination rate, who's in the lead at the moment. So this row is Rue's and this row is mine. Rue's and mine. So yes, she does have a lot more germination than me, but in my defence, she must have put in like 3 or 4 times the amount of seeds as I did. So, beady dirty. So, going by that, she's got 3 or 4 times the amount of germination as me, so it's just a matter of numbers of seeds been saying. She's not better than me, it's not that at all. But the game's not over yet anyway. We've got to wait and see who grows the best carrots. What's the yield like at the end? So maybe we'll do something like pick like 5 carrots and then weigh them or something, I don't know. Either way, she's going to win, isn't she? She's going to get her Robux. I'm not going to get my gardening supplies that she promised me that I'd have to buy for myself, but still. So there you go, that's the experiment. I'm going to get these watered, and I'm going to go and see B because I've not seen him since last night. So see you later.